So it occurred to me that I have been making a lot of written posts about the AI future that I see, but I haven't really discussed it on video officially yet. I've talked about the Integration Fund. I obviously have been posting videos of me reading out the novel. Yeah, I realize there's a gap, there's a missing piece. So let's talk about AI. Let's talk about what I can see and have seen for the last 15, 20 years. I've been following this trend. It's pretty exciting and vindicating to see that it's coming to pass, even if it's still going to take a little bit longer to unfold than any of us would really like. Although some of us would definitely like it to slow down. So look, I'm aware amongst my followers are not just entrepreneurial freaks like me, but working regular people who have jobs and who work 9 to 5 and who are quite proud of the work that they do and have achieved a level of mastery, and frankly who are sick of being told that they should quit their 9 to 5 and go to Bali and do yoga, when really what they want is to just do something a bit more meaningful. And they could do that with a couple of hobbies if there was enough time for it. So our whole economic system has put these pressures on all of our people, and it's tough. I grant that it's tough. And what I can see coming is that that's about to get a lot easier. It's about to get a lot easier for you to exceed in your career. And not by any nefarious means, not by taking jobs away from other people. Like, you can invent your own career with this technology. I've been doing it for 15 years, even though the technology wasn't ready for it. I've been using like basic forms of what we could later call an infant version of artificial intelligence, like the basic scripts that you run and automations that you build. Even your to-do list, your written to-do list on a piece of paper, even that is a form of artificial intelligence, because it is freeing up decision-making power for the human brain by embedding intelligence into the framework of this system that we're engaging with in order to solve problems quicker and save mental capacity for the things that really matter. That's what all tools and technologies have been since the dawn of history. 90% of populations have been replaced and automated in the past. One of the reasons why it feels so different right now is that it's happening so quickly. Normally that might unfold over the course of at least a few decades and generations, you know? There are people alive who have already been made redundant a dozen times from careers that they started to get good at, and then suddenly, okay, that career is now taken over by the computers as well. Now I've got to retrain, now I've got to start from square one again. There's a lot of people who are bouncing around, and I think it's a shame, and I wanted to do something differently with my life, and on face value I have still bounced around a few things, but I did that strategically and temporarily. Like, I knew that I was never going to be doing it for longer than 6 months to a year, but I wanted to absorb as much wisdom and understanding from the masters that were in that job or in that industry, like find the best in the world at doing this thing, figure out like what is it that they do that's so special, and then apply and integrate that into my regular life that has nothing to do with that industry, with that career. This is why people enjoy playing simulator games, by the way. Farming Simulator, if you've seen videos of people, mostly men, but there's both, you know, people spending hours and hours and hours driving a virtual tractor across a field of virtual crops. There's mastery in everything, and for those of us who enjoy unraveling the mysteries of our own mastery, simulator games, and in my case, short-term temporary careers like lorry driver or waiter or salesman or whatever else I did, it's a simulator to see what's there that's valuable that you want to take and bring to the rest of your home, you know? That's why I feel good about what's happening, both because I think it's going to be very good for the people that I care about. I think everybody that I love, all of my family, all of my friends, all of the people that I've ever connected with, even those that I don't keep in touch with anymore. I want the best for everyone, and I'm excited because I know that they're going to have a really great frickin' time over the next decade. So I'm glad about that, but I'm also glad because it means I was right. And you don't get you don't get to be right very often in this world, and normally you have to fight for years in order to prove that you're right before anybody takes you seriously. And even after you've proven that you're right, still people will not take you seriously. So on those rare occasions where you're clearly so obviously right, that to me makes me feel really good because, I was going through university and they were like, here, you should learn computer programming. And I'm like, I'd like to figure out how it works, but I'm not going to learn a language that's going to be dead in a few years. Yeah, dead in the sense that human hearts pumping aren't doing that job anymore. It's being done, but it's being done by cold, dead machines, right? And there's a certain tragedy to that, and it certainly inspires a great deal of good art, good movies, good stories, as we delve deeper into the dark fantasy of everything turning to Armageddon, and it being our own damn fault for trying to build a tower to Babel, If you haven't already noticed the symmetry between this and the story of the Tower of Babel, it's pretty funny. Trying to become like gods as we're doing this is going to be the downfall. So we have to make sure that we don't do that. That we don't either imbue ourselves with divinity or the AI with divinity. This is where the elements of my Christian background and why you will sometimes hear me talking about that Christianity, which I call a metaphorical form of Christianity, in that I care about the content of the stories. I don't care at all whether or not they literally happened as a matter of fact in history. I do believe that they did, but I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. It doesn't make a difference to the reality of the faith. And the root of my passion for the religion of passion and sacrifice is that it puts everything in its place. Monotheism put everything in its place. It said, look, it's all very well that you've got these spiritual entities that you pray to, that you interact with, that you call on for advice, like the god of war or the god of sex or the god of mastery or the god of money. But they're not God. They're not the creator, nor are you. The hippie movement in the 60s, that brought out a renaissance of spirituality, and it's chaotic, and it's very feminine dominant. And clearly the world is shifting now, and the more masculine dominant forms of spirituality are going to become not just more acceptable, but more relevant and necessary in order to protect the integrity of our own cultural cohesion. Like, if we want to go back to the Stone Age, all it takes is a few bad people yelling loudly enough, and it can happen. So I'm certainly very interested in maintaining the integrity of our societal cohesion. And I think that the more that we get humans out of the way on the things that we're just not very good at, the better. And that puts me in the same category as many of the sort of the people at the World Economic Forum, or these groups that are very divisive because you've got a large number of people who believe conspiracies about that group, that they're trying to take away humanity from humanity. They're trying to bring about a new world order where everyone is, no individuality exists anymore, and we're all just parts in some machine. And they usually will go from there into satanic, demonic machine. Okay, all right. Well, what is it in there that appeals to them? Like, what is it in that story that they can buy into? Because the logic of it doesn't make sense, so there must be some emotional to their passion for that story. That's a clue, by the way. AI is going to be a very, very, very interesting new iteration of the interplay between human work and tool work. And when the intelligence that previously gave us our monopoly of control no longer are we the best on the planet for doing that, what do we do? What do we actually do? And I'm actually really excited about what we do, because I believe that we'll do things we care about with people that we care about, just as we always have and always will. And unfortunately, during times of great upheaval, when we are on the precipice of a new breakthrough of technology that's going to change everything, like, no one ever talks about what the years leading up to that are like. for the people involved. Like what it was actually like in the lead up to it, when it was so necessary that it had to happen. Like things get pretty miserable for a lot of people. And the thing happening just creates a new level of freedom and just a breath of fresh air where you can say, oh God, okay, right, I can eat without having to go from dawn till dusk. You know? That's the big secret of luxury, isn't it? Luxury is just the freedom to still be able to eat what you need to eat in order to do what you've got to do. If you can just get that balance covered, then what you do with your time is you parent, and you advise, and you teach, and you build, and you plan, and you grow, and you let go. What's wrong with that as a life plan? What's wrong with that? Why does it have to come with some status? Why does it have to come with fame? Why does it have to come with money? Why does it have to come with anything? Like that's good work. Good work is worth doing for the sake of the work. You know? So, yeah, artists, I think are still going to be relevant. It's just, they're going to be the ones thinking up the imagery. Storytellers, same. The AI is super intelligent, but it does not have the heart beating that tells it when is the moment to share the thing that really hurt and how you healed it. Like AI can't really do that other than inferring it from its observation of us. We give it data all the time. Surely it can figure out, hey, this would be a good moment to tweet that unique, emotional, profound insight that you had 2 weeks ago when you were hiking on your own in the snow, you know? Maybe it wasn't relevant when you thought the idea, but maybe now, 2 weeks later, might just save your life. So, okay, I know, I'm wandering. This is a very freestyle video. I am taking the weave to the extreme. 15 minutes already. Those of you who know me, hello, good to see you. Sorry, I see you so infrequently. But there's been quite the trend to keep up with and quite the transition to prepare for. So, I'm ready. We're kicking things into gear. The cleaning business is starting to really get AI going in it, which is fucking cool. And there's a lot of interesting people that I want to be talking to soon. I want to show them things that I've been building. And say, hey, listen, do you agree with me that this will serve the interests of humanity as we integrate and delegate our lives to, as we become ultimately free? And if they say yes, fantastic. And if they say no, all right, love ya. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.